MidwaySportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents
Nikita Solnikov on the ice. He trails, gives it over to Josh Bell. Now back to Solnikov, breaking free, he shoots, he scores! Right. And that was Jack Brackbill, not Nikita Solnikov. Number 10, Brackbill gets the goal.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
Taken by Nikita Solnikov. Him and Bell. Now to Bell, back to Solnikov, over to Bell, he shoots, and oh, what a save! A huge save in front by Matt Griffin. And it keeps it a 1-1 hockey game. Got the blade or the paddle of his stick and made the save.
With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from the Centene Community Ice Center in Maryland Heights, Missouri, it is Missouri State Hockey as the Ice Bears are on the road to visit the Lindenwood Lions. Hello, everybody. Steve Casson, and shortly I will have being joined by Ryan Armstrong on camera and Stan Melton as my color man. They'll be coming up soon. But the Ice Bears, in 13 tries, have not beaten Lindenwood as a Division I squad. The Ice Bears are hoping to gain that win this weekend, a 5-1 loss and a 11-4 loss. And Missouri State is hoping to turn things around. It sounds like they are introducing the starting lineup, so let's go ahead and see if we can join public address announcer Joey Messenbrink. Well, unfortunately, we do not have that public address feed for some reason. So that is not going to happen tonight, and if the strangest things could happen, they will. Missouri State, who of course, as I mentioned, are looking for that first win. The Ice Bears see the Lindenwood Lions, one of their top prospects, and Vigard Ferret. Ferret has scored in every game that he has played against Missouri State. That is 4 straight contests. If you look at scoring for Lindenwood, Zach Mitchell, 2 goals and 4 assists, 6 points. Ryan Finnegan, 1 goal and 5 assists for 6 points. Zach Martin, 2 goals and 3 assists for 5 points. And Andy Willis, 5 assists for 5 points. For Missouri State, the leading scorers, this is in the series. Josh Bell with 1 goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Heinrich Lohman, 2 goals and 1 assist for 3 points. Nikita Solnikov, 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points. Hunter Cooley and Alex Rubin all have make that 2 assists each. And Brady Griffin has 1 assist in the series scoring. And speaking of Brady Griffin, he will be in nets tonight for Missouri State, the 5th-year senior. He's 0-1 with a 6.21 goals against average and an 818 save percentage. And for Lindenwood, Cooper Cedot, he is 1-0 with a 1.0 goals against average and a 944 save percentage. We will take a break as you hear the national anthem, and we don't have a public address feed for it, so we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of the first period.
Hey Springfield, are you ready for some hockey?
Here's Barrett.
Left side with the beeline on over to O'Brien. Back to Barrett. Score!
Steve Casson here, voice of your Missouri State Ice Bears. Join us at Jordan Valley Ice Park in downtown Springfield for this year's excitement.
This is head coach Jeremy Law. The Bears are back for another season, so check out our schedule at MissouriStateHockey.com and get your tickets now.
Here come the Ice Bears. Turin with Bell catching up. Turin shoots. Score! Oh, baby! And we are back at the Centene Community Ice Center. Steve Casson along with Ryan Armstrong on camera here for you tonight as Missouri State and Lindenwood. The Ice Bears 0-2. Last season they were 14-17-2 and 19-20. And Missouri State, their last 2 losses came to Lindenwood. And as I mentioned, for the Ice Bears, against Lindenwood. Missouri State suffered a 5-1 and 11-4 loss to these Lions. And they'll play them again February 26th and 27th at Jordan Valley Ice Park. So much like Missouri State does at home, they will skate from the left to the right and from the right to the left. It will be the Lindenwood Lions. Coming in to take the draw, Vigard Ferret, along with Josh Bell, and the Ice Bears do win the draw. Unfortunately, we don't have our camera feed for you, so I'll keep you tuned on that. Meanwhile, Josh Bell's shot sails wide. It goes behind the net. Now to the near side boards, taken by the Ice Bears' Sam Heiseroth, the fifth-year senior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hard to believe he's a fifth-year senior. Puck sent all the way down, and it'll be deflected away. And a line change for Lindenwood. But the Ice Bears have possession of the puck. They quickly get it up to center ice. Here's Bell. Had to go off of his stick. He wanted to go for a line change, but knew things were materializing, and he stayed on the ice. Puck is taken by Lohman, who intercepts right at the line and turned around, comes the other way to Matt Runyon. Lead pass comes in front off of the stick of Jack Radley with 2 goals out of San Diego, California. Goes to the far side and all the way down. Matt Runyon will chase, as giving chase for the Ice Bears is Will Baginski. It's behind the net. Caleb Ernst with it. Ernst with 1 assist, the senior out of Overland Park, Kansas. Listed at 6'4", 205. Big guy behind the net. Now bodies fly there. Ice Bears have it. Will Baginski's pass comes out to center ice. Here's a break to Nikita Solnikov. All the way. He shoots and he missed it up high. He was being hounded by the stick of Mason Kruger. Ice Bears had it again. It's in onside, but it'll be Lindenwood to gain control. 18:26 to go in the period and no score. Billy Denis with it. Denis has it into the corner. Series-wise, Denis has 2 goals and 2 assists. I was going to say lifetime. It's almost like that. Here's a shot in, score! Up over the glove of Griffin on the backhander by Andy Willis, and it's 1-0 Lindenwood. So the Ice Bears unfortunately, we don't have replay. Everything going wrong here tonight. We'll have to try to get that fixed for you. But unfortunately, no replay here tonight. 18 minutes to go in the period. It's 1-0 in favor of Lindenwood. Andy Willis gets his 3rd goal of the season. And it's 1-0 Lions. Back in their own zone. Puck sent all the way down by Ted Cardinale. And the Lions will work it. Willis sends a bouncer to Colton Crago. He has a goal out of Monroe, Wisconsin. 17:26 remaining in the period. Ice Bears dig the puck out. They'll have it. It's Terrence Josephson now. Josephson sticks it along the left side. Chopped away from him. Josephson gets a shot in. It'll go now to Derek Smith of Missouri State, the junior from Tulsa. Intercepted. Taken by Declan Carter, but it's intercepted. Puck comes up the middle. Here's the Ice Bears. And a shot that comes in. Yeah. No goal. There was a delayed as the net was dislodged. So the official immediately called it, and the officials in today's game, Andy Bethman, Danny Bethman, and Rich Paulo. And it looks like the referee, Andy Bethman, was the one that called that. And Ryan will get you in on this here. Kind of one of those situations where as a goaltender, you want to take it. It's like, great, I get to push the net off. But unfortunately, the net is a very easy one to kick off here at Lindenwood.
Yeah, absolutely. No, great to be in here, Steve, and thanks for letting me help out with the broadcast and with the video feed. I wish you guys could see this. I'm doing an absolutely great job right now.
Oh.
Hopefully we can get that up.
Yeah.
But no, it's a tough situation for any goaltender, and obviously I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but the play happened, and unfortunately as soon as Missouri State had a great shot on net, and the puck ended up going in the net, but referee Andy Bethman deemed that net off play. So we're going to go ahead and stay out. The face-off came outside, and we're going to go back to 5-on-5 play.
Finnegan and Velasquez will get assists on Willis's goal, and we will update the scoreboard for you. I think that's at least what we have, is the ability to do that. For some reason, no replay, and we'll have to figure that one out at the intermission. Not entirely sure why.
Hopefully it's not because I'm on the camera tonight.
No. There was a lot of issues going on, trying to get a source set up here, and it just didn't work.
2020 is still haunting us.
Oh, yeah, it is. Here's Finley with it, a drive that misses wide behind the net. It'll be Schumacher putting a big hit. That one on Hayden Ursulak. They both go flying. I would say the fans are reacting, but there's nobody in here. Puck is flipped down except for scratch players. And that's what you hear. All the noise you hear is coming from the benches. Runyon swings it all the way around, right out in front, and it's swept away by the defense as it went off of Brady Griffin, who came back behind the net, hit something behind, and came right out in front of the net. Now to Nikita Solnikov. Goes off of his stick, sent all the way down. Solnikov is there trying to push it away. Intercepted, though. Lindenwood with control, and the Lions, Jack Radley. Over to Caleb Ernst. Off of him, and Radley will send it out to center, and the Ice Bears will regroup, and the Solnikov sends it all the way down. The defenseman, Mark Kapovic, not waiting or ready for that one. Buck sent back into the Lindenwood zone. 15:04 to go in the period. Puck tipped in. This should be, they're going to say no icing. It was tipped on the opposite side of the red line. The officials let it go. Now Finnegan gives it in on a tip by Velasquez, and we come the other way. Chasing it for Missouri State is Heinrich Lohman. Lohman will chase the puck further behind the net. Now to Velasquez. Here comes Jeremy Velasquez, has a goal. Puck taken away from him as it goes back out to center. It'll be the Lions with it. Lead pass, a bouncer goes to Finnegan behind the net. Finnegan looks for some help, gets taken out of the play by Simon Hobbs of Missouri State. Puck centered up the middle, broken up. Ted Cardinale will send it up to Jacob Wheatop. And Wheatop, who got a goal in last weekend's games against Iowa State, sends it behind the Lindenwood net. 14:04 remaining in the period. Missouri State has not, as a Division I team, won against Lindenwood in their lifetime. 0-13. Drive in, saved by Griffin. But the Ice Bears have won against the Division I team as a Division II squad. That was a 5-4 overtime win back in the 9-10 season, 2010 season. Ice Bears keep it in. Here's Schumacher with a shot that's blocked. To the near side. It is out to center. Carter with it for Lindenwood. Lions are changing. And now they pick it up and flip it in. And a high fly ball is caught by Griffin. He'll hold on. 13:26 to go in the period. And a 1-0 lead for Lindenwood.
Yeah, I remember that 9-10 season. May or may not have been on it. So, and I believe, Steve, we do have video broadcast successfully working. So hopefully that's just the one more thing less to worry about here as Lindenwood scores from the point number 6, and the Ice Bears have a little bit of work in front of them.
Matt Runyon will get the goal.
Not sure if it was a clean shot or if it got a tip in front, but goaltender Brady Griffin, do not believe he had a clean look on it. I'm not sure if it hit anything, but definitely a lot of traffic. Rick Zombo and his Lindenwood Lions like to clog up the middle of the zone, and they're going to continue to do that the rest of the night.
So here in the first period, Runyon will get his first goal of the season, and it's 2-0 Lindenwood. will catch the call. We can tell you it is a loud call. Meanwhile, here come the Ice Bears. Cooley, he shoots and he just missed wide. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play, and
it's just going to come outside the zone.
Yep. A net was dislodged by an Ice Bear, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like, who was that when they went into the net? There was maybe Josh Bell or Frederick that went in the net, and just precaution, it was a Lindenwood Lion player that took him out, went into the goalie. Goalie's on the side of the net, unable to make another play, so they just take the face-off outside the zone.
12:51 to go in the period. And we'll update the score. It is a 2-0 lead for Lindenwood. So Missouri State struggling against the Lions. The Ice Bears have given up 4 or more goals in the past 5 games against the Lions. Actually, I take that back. They've given up 4 or more goals in the last 7 games against the Lions. The last loss for Missouri State, 3-2 in overtime. That's in the 17-18 season back on September 24th. But after that, the Lions have scored 4 or more in the remainder of the contests. 2-0 in favor of Lindenwood.
Yeah, it looks like Missouri State's going to be on the penalty kill here. Mark Kapkovic, number 6, defenseman, is going to be serving a 2-minute minor. We'll catch the call here in a second.
So the Ice Bears will be on the penalty kill once again. Missouri State on the penalty kill, 4 for 11, 63.6%. 4 is how many they've given up. Lindenwood on the power play, believe it or not, they are 0 for 7. They have not scored with the man advantage this season, but they've only played 2 games.
It's extremely surprising. This Lindenwood team has been predominantly a very powerful power play team. Missouri State, if they want to have a chance to stay in this game tight, they're going to have to make sure they stay out of the box tonight.
Newman had it, goes off of his stick, and it's back out to center, and Willis will set things up. Ice Bears with a full sail change. All 4 have changed now. Derek Smith on the ice as a defenseman. He's playing forward. Looks like it was a slashing call. Puck comes in off the side and score. It's a power play goal, I believe. Brendan Murphy will get it. I don't know where Griffin thought the puck was, but it was shot up over him as he was down.
I think what he was trying to signal the referees is the right post actually did come off of its moorings as he kicked on the right. It hit the post, hit the crossbar, landed on him, and went in the net. During the action of the play, though, that goal's still going to stand because it was already shot. It wasn't anything that would have disrupted the puck going in or not. So they're going to let that one sit, and with 7 shots on goal, Lindenwood's up 3-0.
So we'll add this one. And again, apologize, for some strange reason, we do not have replay. Puck is sent up. Once again, here's a shot by Austin Wilk that's deflected, comes right in on goal, save, rebound, and it's missed. As Griffin was trying to corral it and hold on to it, it was poked away from him. Near side, puck is out to center and back down into the Lindenwood end. So Murphy will get credit for the goal.
Yeah, it looks like Griffin's post just came off again. That might be a common theme down there as he was checking the stability of that earlier. He's going to have a little conversation with referee Andy Bethman about the net's moorings. It looks like we're going to end up with a face-off down to the left. Passes it over to Henrik Lohman. Henrik centers it back just wide into the Lindenwood corner. Nikita Salnikov pass out to Henrik Lohman.
Hey, you're doing a good job.
I'm trying to fill in. I know you've got 9 hats to wear simultaneously up here, so I'm just trying to help fill people in and let people know the names of a lot of the new players on the team this year and exactly what they're doing. on the ice at the moment. So
10:05 to go in the period. I think we have replay back. Puck is sent all the way down, and we'll get an icing call. Icing with 10 minutes exactly to go in the period.
Hey,
and
Steve, I want to introduce our new guest to the broadcast. Mr. Stanley Melton has decided to join us with his presence here in Centene in St. Louis, Missouri.
Thank you, Ryan. Oh, it was an adventure getting up here, but boy, this is a beautiful, beautiful rink.
Weather wasn't great today on the drive on 44.
It was ornery.
Yeah, it was a little windy and a little misty, snowy, but you know what? We're here now, and
that's right.
And we're here to play hockey, so we're glad you made it safely, Stan. And myself, Steve, and Stan want to thank you guys for tuning in to Web Sports Radio and watching Ice Bears hockey. Everybody back in Springfield tuning in. And we're going to do our best to cheer them on to a victory as much as you guys are.
Yeah, I'm hoping all the gremlins are gone. I think we have replay back. That's a good thing. We just need to get the score back, or the score clock back. It's 9:40 remaining in the period, and a 3-0 lead. But I can't do it all.
You let me know, Steve. I'll try to focus that one in simultaneously.
There you go.
This is
like
why
we got another icing here. So
this is why we call you Steve the Wizard Casson, Steve.
I don't know about that. 9:28 to go in the period. It's hard enough when, you normally get a crew of 20, and it's just me and a couple of stragglers.
Calling me a straggler, Steve?
Hey, wait a minute.
Well, you show up 5 minutes before broadcast.
Oh, I was here early.
Here we go. Out in front, score! As the puck was loose out in front, and the Ice Bears will get a goal back. This one is Louis Shakes. And Shakes will get goal number 2, and Missouri State is within 2. It's 3-1.
Yeah, great play in front of the net there. Louis just picking up a rebound, a little bit of a broken play by Lindenwood, and those are the kind of gritty goals that we're going to have out here tonight to be able to stay real close to this tough Lions team.
This one comes right off the face-off, and again, it came from the side of the net, and Shakes was right there to put it home. And Missouri State, as we go back to live action, has cut this deficit to now 2. Here in the first period. That one coming, I believe, at 9:20. And the Ice Bears, on Shakes' second goal of the season, will have an assist go to Smith, and that's the only assist. So the Ice Bears now, you kind of get the idea, if they get another goal, the confidence will come back. Here's Newman for Lindenwood. Left side broken up from him, taken away by Alex Rubin, the assistant captain, and he'll flip it down in. Stop by CDOT. Cooper CDOT, senior, 6'1", 175 out of Northville, Michigan. 944 save percentage. He's played 1 game, only given up 1 goal on 18 shots.
Seems like a super senior. I've seen CDOT so many years already with this Lions team that I'm hoping he's not a 7th-year player.
Shot comes in, and it's deflected. It came from the left side. Caleb Ernst will get it, and it's now a 4-1 lead for Lindenwood.
Yeah, that was a great tic-tac-toe play there. Stan, what do you see on that one?
Absolutely. Now, Lindenwood got that centering pass out front, and our goalie was on position to stop it from the side, but the pass was over, and Lindenwood gets their 4th of the night.
Yeah,
I thought I brought my lucky rabbit's foot after we scored, but I don't know about it now.
One of the things, we played Iowa State last weekend in Springfield, and now we've got Lindenwood here in St. Louis at their rink. Those two teams, these are top national teams. They're a very fast transition team. If Missouri State's gonna defend that properly, they need to be really fast on the back check, and those centers and wingers got to pick up their guys. I know the defensemen were a little helpless on that one, and as well Brady Griffin. So
it's a 4-1 lead. Ernst will get the goal. And for Caleb Ernst, that's his first, so a lot of players getting their first goal of the season. And here come the Lions, a lead break. This one to Finnegan. He gets held up, still gains the puck, and it's sent into the corner. Andy Willis. Willis changed his number. He was in the lower 20s and switched to number 9. So Ernst as Griffin makes the save. So Kyle Diamond will get an assist. And Tyler Newman.
Just in case if they're having a hard time hearing you, Steve, they can just tune into the background. That is the loudest broadcast or in-rink PA announcer I think I've ever heard.
Well, all we got to do is get the PA fixed up again, and yeah, it is pretty loud. Next time we'll do that. Here's a shot that comes in. Griffin makes the save.
Great play by Brian Schumacher in front.
Yeah, Shuey was there to deflect it. Now it's taken by Missouri State again. Jack Brackbill behind his own net. Gives it off to the corner on the near side to Jacob Wheatop. His pass deflected away. Now taken by Blake Finley, the sophomore out of Peoria, Illinois. Ice Bears have it in front of their own bench. And a good play. Here comes Missouri State's Ted Cardinale. Tried to center it in front over to Jack Brackbill off of his stick. Now behind the net to Jacob Wheatop, the freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. One-handed pass. Carter is there for LU. Lions will have it. They have a 3-on-3 as they work it slowly into the zone. Willis will. And Missouri State will dump it right back out. Lions with a change. Ice Bears working that too. Newman on the near side. Newman with it. Good deflection by the Ice Bears' Samuel Frederick. Newman looking for it, but at the half boards it's Carter to spring it around. Now intercepted. Ice Bears will have it. Off the glass by Shakes. Newman to hold it in, but it's kicked out to center. Derek Smith to chase. Gives it up. Here's Murphy for Lindenwood. Back in his own zone. Brendan Murphy with the power play goal. Lions are 1 for 1 on the power play. That is their first power play they've scored this season. But again, they've only played 3 games.
Sounds like the 15 referees in maroon on the Missouri State bench would like a penalty there. A little bit of a hold on a strong play on the boards. But play continues in the end zone here for Missouri State.
Behind the net, as you mentioned, here's a shot in, just missing wide by Austin Wilk. Wilk will try to work it. Near side. Right there for the Ice Bears is Terrence Josephson. Now a scrum with 4 players, and the officials still let it go. Still working it there, and finally it's dug out, but Kruger will have it. Right side. Gets it over to Runyon. Now at the middle, Kruger again with a drive that's blocked. Runyon make that, no, that's Austin Wilk, number 8. Puck is cleared. And a line change for Missouri State. They quickly get the defenders out. Here's Ursulek. He has it broken up. Gets back to Ursulek behind the net. And he'll send it over to Sam Watson. Off of Watson's stick, right up the middle. Ice Bears have it. Cooley will flip it out. And the Ice Bears will have a 3-on-2. They work it. On the left side, Rubin with a drive and a miss wide. Behind the net, Ice Bears will not get to it. Rubin was a little bit too late. And the Lions, if they hurry, they have a 3-on-2, but it goes off of the stick of Vigard Ferret. Ferret has 4 goals, 1 in each of the last 4 games against Missouri State in the series, or lifetime that is, going back to 2015 when Missouri State became a Division I squad. Players react to the hit there by Caleb Ernst, and the Ice Bears say enough of that. We're going the other way. Now on the ice for Missouri State, Josh Bell. He gets taken away at the near side boards. Into the skates, we're going to get a penalty. It's into the skates, and it goes against Lindenwood.
I'm looking at possibly an interference call on just a little bit of a late hit by...
Yeah, it was on Hobbs, and it is interference, as you say.
There we go. First power play of the night for the Ice Bears. Time to capitalize, Stan.
Yep, hopefully the Ice Bears can use the power play to generate some momentum that's badly needed on the offensive side.
So Ernst has a goal and a penalty. He needs what? Just a fight to get the...
I think he needs an assist. I don't think the penalties count towards the old Gordie Howe hat trick, but you know what? We may have a Brett Hall hat trick where that one counts.
There you go. We'll take that. 3:35 to go in the period. And it's a 4-1 lead. The Ice Bears can cut this lead in half of Lindenwood, but they're going the wrong way. They are back in their own zone, 1:43 to go on the power play, and 3:22 remains. Here come the Ice Bears, and Wolboginski down the middle, left side, trying to draw everyone there. Hits a skate, taken away and immediately cleared with 3:10 to go in the period.
You know, in the Ice Bears' first 2 games, it seemed like puck control on the power play was a real challenge for the Bears, and hopefully they can regain that and start to work that power play better to their advantage.
Ice Bears tried to do a stretch pass. It did not work, and now we come the other way. And Missouri State, as Vigard Ferret puts some pressure on Brady Griffin, who'll have to hold on. 2:50 to go in the first period. Shots are 14-5 in favor of Lindenwood.
Yeah, Missouri State's going to have to really pick up the pressure here, especially with the minute 9 remaining on this power play. They got to get a couple shots on net, get some sustained pressure in the offensive zone.
Off the draw, puck behind the Ice Bears net. Missouri State with control. 1:03 to go on the power play. 2:42 remaining. And it is sent back down into the Lindenwood zone, where it's immediately flipped up and out and all the way down. Swung over to the near side. Here's Heinrich Lohman. One hands it through. Does he get it? Yes, into the zone, but that's as far as it goes. Murphy's there for Lindenwood. Sweeps it all the way around with authority and back down, and Lindenwood will go for a line change. 34 seconds remaining in the power play. 2:13 left in the first period. Coming up at the first period intermission, we will have a talk with Andrew Koutsogiannis. I asked him. That's how you pronounce it.
He just says, call me Coots.
Yep, that's exactly what he says. And I asked him, and you'll hear it in the interview, are there other names that you've been called? And he says, yeah, there was some funny ones. In fact, one where the guy just didn't even want to say his name. He just gave it up.
No, Coots is a great kid. I'm excited to hear that one between intermission here.
So we're now at full strength with 1:39 to go in the first period. Ice Bears lead pass comes in the zone. It was tipped by the Lions, so no icing had it made it that far. But it was in on goal. Ice Bears intercept as they were trying to break Finnegan. But Sam Heiserroth stepped in front of that pass for Missouri State. Now the Lions with authority out of their own zone. Andy Willis off of his stick. Missouri State turns with 1:11 to go in the period. Now down the middle, across the line into the zone. Jack Brackbill has it taken away. And the Lions, the 3-on-2, working it down low is Jeremy Velasquez, but it's intercepted, taken away by Missouri State. Ice Bears had it, and they lost the puck. Turning and burning is Velasquez, left side, broken up by Schumacher, Missouri State. Puck flipped out to center, 47 seconds remaining in the period. Puck kicked by Velasquez. Drop down into Willis, and we get an offside. 39 seconds to go in the period.
I'd like to say a thank you to all the MSU hockey alumni listening today. We've got a very large St. Louis crowd, St. Louis audience. A lot of alumni hockey players tuning in tonight, so I want to say thanks to you guys, and wish you could be here tonight, but unfortunately there are no fans allowed in attendance here at Centene.
36 seconds, but they do have the concessions open. That's a good thing. 36.
I know you like your popcorn, Steve.
Oh, it's not the popcorn. It's just something to drink. That's all I need right now. Water.
Water. There you go.
Let me clarify. Not the
keep it PG here.
Yeah. Here's a shot in. Pad save. Rebound as the shot from Sam Watson was deflected by the left leg pad of Griffin. It's behind the net. 5 seconds to go in the period. And again, we do not have a camera availability for the clock as the buzzer sounds here to end the first period. Hopefully we'll have that fixed for you by tomorrow.
That buzzer a welcome sound for the Ice Bears at this point, Steve and Ryan. Coach Law is going to have some strategy discussion to handle in between periods, get the team realigned and more competitive with this strong Lindenwood team.
Yeah, they're a quick team. They're a lot like Iowa State. They play the game with not a lot of chip on their shoulder, but they play it fast. Fast passing, fast puck movement, fast transitioning. That's something that, being only on the ice for a little while, Missouri State's going to have to adapt to and figure out a way to get back in that one.
3:42 of the first period. Andy Willis gets his third. Finnegan and Velasquez, it's 1-0 in favor of of Lindenwood. Then at 6:48, Runyon his first. 2-0 Lions. Then on the power play, Murphy gets his first at 9:28 to make it a 3-0 game. And then Missouri State with shakes He picks up a goal, his second. Smith with the assist, and the Ice Bears all of a sudden are within 2. But then Caleb Ernst, his first. Diamond and Newman, it's 4-1, and that's where we end up right now after 1 period of play. We will take a break, and when we come back, have a talk with Andrew Koutsogiannis. We'll do that. And I had a couple of opportunities to pronounce it, see if I could pronounce it right. But we will talk to him coming up in just a moment as Missouri State trails after 20 minutes of play by a count of 4-1 from the Centene Community Ice Center. We'll be back.
Hey, Springfield, are you ready for some hockey?
Here's Barrett.
Left side with the beeline on over to O'Brien. Back to Barrett. Score!
Steve Casson here, voice of your Missouri State Ice Bears. Join us at Jordan Valley Ice Park in downtown Springfield for this year's excitement.
This is head coach Jeremy Law. The Bears are back for another season, so check out our schedule at MissouriStateHockey.com and get your tickets now.
Here come the Ice Bears. Turin with Bell catching up. Turin shoots. Score! Oh, baby! We're back at Centene Community Ice Center. Steve Casson now talking with Andrew Koutsogiannis. And Andrew, a freshman. I think I got that right. Hope I got that right. Out of Fenton, Missouri. And you're at Missouri State. What made you decide that I want to play at Missouri State?
Yep. I actually played in this rink last year for the St. Louis AAA Blues program, and I heard from a family friend, Jordan Bratton, that it was a really good program, and I came and skated with the Ice Bears, and it went well, so no regrets.
So Jordy is the one that kind of made you decide to want to come here?
Yep, I'm pretty good friends with his brother Jared, and he might be coming here next year, so.
What? Okay, obviously he must have said something good to make you decide to want to come.
Yep, he just said, like, how fun the hockey was, and like how everyone on the team is kind of like brothers, and it's just a good bond with everyone. So it was something I really want to be a part of.
Now you're here, and of course your first year as an ACHA college player. Have you seen that there's a big difference from what you used to play?
Yep, for sure. There's a huge difference. It's a lot faster, and the guys are a lot bigger, of course, but it's an adjustment that I'm adjusting to. So.
When you're out there, what do you think of? Like, what do you want to accomplish when you get out and you get into a game? Obviously, you want to do right by the team and the coach and all that, but are there certain things when you get out on the ice you say, okay, when I'm done with this game, I hope I've accomplished X?
Yeah, of course. Just working hard every shift, and like I said earlier, having no regrets with hockey, and with my style of play, I just try to make my teammates better, and always try to make plays. So that's what I kind of do when I'm on the ice.
Obviously, Koutsogiannis is, I don't know, I guess it's a hockey name. What have you been called? Have people said some strange things to you?
Yeah, I've basically heard everything in the book, and basically everyone on the team calls me Coots. I've been called that since I was probably 4th, 5th grade, and I actually really like it. So.
Has there ever been a time when you're listening, maybe you scored a goal, got a penalty, whatever, and the PA guy totally messes up what's the funniest one that you've heard?
I don't even know. You know what? Actually, I think I was playing minor hockey. It was like one of my first seasons, and we won the state championship. We were getting our medals, and the guy didn't even like attempt to say it. He just said my first name, and it was pretty embarrassing, but I guess looking back on it was kind of funny.
Well, that's not good. I mean, did he even call you by number? Did he say number whatever, yeah. Andrew?
Yeah, he did. All the boys were laughing at it. I was pretty mad. My dad was kind of mad at the time because I was only 6, 7 years old. But looking back, it was a pretty funny story.
Andrew Koutsogiannis. I even messed it up myself. Koutsogiannis, right?
Yep.
What is your go-to song when you're getting ready to play? Do you have a go-to song?
Probably Mr. Brightside by the Killers. It's a pretty good song. It just gets me hyped and gets me focused for games and to get ready to play. So.
Do you remember a goal in your hockey career that is one that you'll never forget?
Yeah, not necessarily a goal, but a couple years ago, we were playing our Tier 1 Elite League and in Minnesota, and I had a breakaway, and the goalie ended up stopping me, but I got it right back and gave a pass over to one of my buddies, and he ended up scoring. So it was a pretty big deal, and we won like the league championship that year for AAA, so it was pretty good.
So was that a pure breakaway, and then by the time the rebound happened, your teammate caught up?
Yep. I had a breakaway, and I made a move, and it didn't work out, but I recovered it right back, and my teammate was right there, so I just gave it to him backdoor, and he buried it. So.
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us, freshman out of Fenton, Missouri, listed at 5'8", 150. Do you feel like you're okay, or maybe you got to gain a couple of pounds?
You know what? I'm a bit of a smaller player, of course, but I think my speed and skill make up for it, and I haven't had a chance to play yet this season, but when I do, I'm going to make it count. So.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have one sister. She's a senior at Mizzou right now. So.
Oh wow! So you've got the rivalry going.
Yep, we got the rivalry, but she supports me and everything, so I appreciate her for that. So.
Is she a sports fan or an athlete?
Yeah, she played soccer growing up, but she didn't play collegiate or anything. But she's always helped me with hockey, take me to hockey and like training in the summer. So I can't thank her enough.
That leads me to my next question. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I plan to to major in business marketing. I just like everything in that aspect, and I want to know everything in the business world, economics and stuff. So I just hope to have my own business one day.
That's always a good thing, and they say having your own business is the best thing. We've got to ignore this last year and throw that out of the window, because generally the government doesn't tell you to shut down, but yeah. Hopefully that'll all be good. You have any ideas of what you might want to do?
I really don't know right now. I just kind of keeping my options open, but I know I want to do business, and it's something that's always caught my eye, so not really completely decided yet, but something within marketing or advertisement. So
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us, and when you're out there playing, and I know I asked you this about what do you want to accomplish, but what goes through your mind when you're out there playing? You know, some people, they're like, oh, I got to make sure I make this play right. Some people don't. It doesn't even matter to them. They just get out there and deal with what happens. Do you have anything in your mind at all when you're out there?
You have a couple things in mind, but mostly everything's off instinct. But obviously, like, play your position. But one of the biggest things is kind of just playing for the guy next to you and not letting your brother down. So just kind of going off instinct and making a hard play to either score a goal or not get scored on. So.
Who on Missouri State, and you can call him out or not, but who has kind of been that go-to person, that mentor for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. Basically everyone on the team's been really good to me, but one guy that I would probably that I've go to for really anything is Brady Griffin, obviously a fifth year, and been on this team a long time. I've become pretty good friends with him, and I know I can count on him for a lot of things. So.
When you play hockey, I would assume that it's your favorite sport?
Yep. I have some hobbies. I like golfing and fishing, so me and my dad are pretty big golfers. I work at a golf course in the summer, so. That's
usually what hockey players do, is play golf for some reason. I don't know if it's because hockey is just so fast and they want to slow down for a little bit or what, but that's always a good sport to kind of slow it down in the summer.
Yeah, it's a fun sport. It kind of just takes your mind off something, get outside in the summertime and just have a good time with your friends or family. So it's a game that you can play for probably the rest of your life. So
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us out of Fenton, Missouri, and as a forward, is that the position you've always played?
Yep, I've always played this position. Like I said earlier, I've always been kind of a smaller guy, and I really like working on like certain skills, skating. I've always been a forward, and I love scoring goals and making plays. So,
what is your go-to meal? Do you have kind of a go-to meal?
Yep, I love chicken and rice, or chicken or steak and potatoes. I've gotten pretty healthy in the last couple of years, and I feel a lot better because of it.
Chicken and rice is always good. Okay, I'm going to kind of, divulge this to everybody. But every morning I wake up and chicken, broccoli, and potatoes. Every morning I crave it. It doesn't matter what. Every morning I crave. That's what I want for lunch. And I never do, but I have it. Do you have a craving like that?
Yeah, I do. I'm a pretty big breakfast guy. I like making omelets, bacon, eggs, Canadian bacon. I actually like making food, and it's kind of fun and satisfying at the end, so good food.
Maybe be a chef?
I mean, I'm not that good. I mean, I know how to make simple stuff, but nothing crazy like that.
Well, they say a guy that can cook will get the girls, right?
Yeah, I mean, me and my girlfriend usually go out, so
there you go. There you go. Who's your favorite NHL team?
NHL team, for sure, St. Louis Blues.
We were talking to Andrew Koutsogiannis, who, I think I got that right. Yep. Who is your favorite player? Who's a guy that you kind of look at and say, okay, I need to do what he does?
Well, favorite player has always been Sidney Crosby, but a guy that I look at and try to play is probably Mitch Marner on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Obviously, I'm not as skilled or anything, but he makes his teammates better and does or tries to do whatever he can to win, and I try to do that myself. So.
Andrew Koutsogiannis is joining us. Andrew, thanks so much for doing this. And at the end of interviews, I always ask players, wish them more goals. So hopefully you'll get a couple of goals by the end of the series here. And again, thanks for doing this and good luck.
Thanks, appreciate it.
All right, we'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up.
Hey, Missouri! Barrel Bob here. I'm MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. I see a lot of distracted drivers in work zones not paying attention to the road. Distracted driving is the #1 cause of crashes. The average text takes 5 seconds to read. At 55 miles per hour, you could travel the length of a football field blindfolded. Don't take the chance. I want you and my friends working on the roads to get home safely. Please buckle up and put your phone down. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
It's time to drop the puck on the second period. Here's Steve Casson.
Along with Stan Melton and Ryan Armstrong, trying to get his headsets all on and ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yeah, there we go. As we're about to start period number 2. So we've got things fixed as far as we have replay back. Hey, that's good.
Nice.
And we'll have to work on the clock. It's going to be nice once I can get it all put in. I know that you set it up for fans to see the time there, but hopefully, eventually, that'll be our next fix, maybe for tomorrow. But the Ice Bears right now, they're trying to fix a 4-1 deficit. And so I'll tell you guys a little something. This is the 11th year anniversary when Chesley Sully Sullenberger had a plane that had 2 engines go down because of a flock of geese. It landed it on the Hudson River. They called it the Miracle on the Hudson. Well, the Ice Bears are hoping right now that they can have a miracle tonight and break the 13-game losing streak they've had against the Lindenwood Lions as a Division I team.
The Miracle in Maryland Heights.
There you go.
That's it.
I don't want to call it a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, we've played this team so many times over the years. It's just a matter of time until we get that weight off our shoulders, pop a few goals in real quick, get a little confidence, and start skating with this team that we know we can. This Missouri State team is fresh. You know, we haven't been on the ice a lot this year. Obviously, if you've been around 2020 at all and any part of 2021, you know that the pandemic has done quite a thing to ACHA hockey and college students and college athletes as a whole. But I think we just need to give them a little while. I'm going to give it a couple games till they get it under their belt. Missouri State lucky enough to have a 20-game Division I schedule this year. So they're going to have the opportunities. But these are the kind of tests. Iowa State, Lindenwood, back to Iowa State again next weekend. These are the kind of tests that they're going to have to figure out how to play with the big boys if they want to see them at the national championship, which is probably where these guys are going to be. We're going to have to figure this one way or another.
Yeah, rumor has it, since we're the only Western Collegiate Hockey League team playing, that we might get the auto bid. That's just a rumor.
That's a pretty good rumor, Steve. I like the sound of that. That's good representation from the ACHA across the country. I'd like to fight for getting the WCHL championship, but that's another story.
Yeah, here come the Lions. A shot that comes in and a big save. As it just went wide, the shot materialized from Ursulak and we come the other way. The Ice Bears have it. Bell will chase it into the corner. CDOT to flip it off to the far side boards. Taken away by Kyler Newman. Newman kicks it up, and it'll be Ursulak. He'll try to move it, and it does come out to center ice. Here is Vigard Ferret. Ferret gets dropped down. He played for the Springfield Express when they were a minor AA hockey team in Springfield a couple of seasons ago. He has 4 goals, 4 straight goals, 1 goal in each game of the last 4 that the Ice Bears have played. Now it is sent all the way down by Hunter Cooley of Missouri State. Cooley, the junior, 6'4", 185, has a goal and an assist this season. Samuel Frederick, he got a goal, also a power play goal in last weekend's game against Iowa State. That was the one that went into overtime, and the Ice Bears in the 8th round unfortunately lost that game. Behind the Ice Bears net, Frederick is there. He will tell Jack Radley, that is, to stay away, and now a shot from the corner from the near side is held on to.
8 rounds in the shootout. That's got to be one of the most entertaining shootouts I've ever been a part of at Missouri State, down in Springfield. And yeah, it didn't go our way, but man, I could not be happier for the guys. They did not stop fighting. They had a lead. They lost the lead. They fought back. They kept it in overtime. And great game by Matt Griffin, the sophomore, as his appearance was not an easy one.
Shot comes in, CDOT with the save. The rebound getting held up. Shot again by Lohman, and he got held up, and I don't know why the official didn't call anything there.
Well, he is a MSU grad and a Lindenwood grad, so we can be very certain that Andy Bethman is going to call this one both ways.
Want to say hi to Ken Law, the father of Jeremy Law, head coach of the Ice Bears. His Colonial Chiefs, or the Kelowna Chiefs, that is, their season's on hold, so he's watching Missouri State hockey.
Yeah, I think Waddy's up there too, right?
Yeah, yep, Brendan Watson also watching from British Columbia. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. 18-15 to go in the period, and still a 4-1 lead for Lindenwood. Ice Bears get a quick one here, and they'll change the momentum. Now here's make that Numa drive in that just misses wide as Finnegan was there. Back behind the net, it gets caught in the netting, and it'll be held on to.
Ryan, you were talking about the Iowa State game Saturday night with the 8-round shootout, and man, oh man, if you're not a major hockey fan after watching a game like that, I don't think your heart's beating.
Yeah, I know mine was for sure.
It was unbelievable.
Well, and the interesting thing is Missouri State, right off the bat, they were down by 2 goals. They had to score the next 2 in regulation. It's a 3-man shootout, so in the regulation shootout, the Ice Bears had to score twice in order to force a sudden death. They did, and 3 times the Ice Bears had to try to score to keep the play alive, and they did until that 8th round. We get an icing call here. Now we're going to get a penalty, and Willis is going to go. Willis did a cross-check on Wheatop.
It looks a little behind the play action, is not the smartest. I'm sure Coach Zombel will have something to say with that, but really helps the Ice Bears out. That was going to be an icing. Now it's going to come outside the zone. Actually, I'm not sure if that's going to go all the way down.
It should go all the way down.
Yeah. That's a huge break for the Ice Bears. Instead of not being able to change and a face-off to the left of Brady Griffin, now the Ice Bears are on a power play at the 17:47 mark. And with only 7 shots on net, Missouri State's got to find a little bit of a comfort here and set something up.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see the puck control issue a little more improved this time on the Ice Bears power play. See how well they control it and get good shots on the net.
They're 50% as it was sent over, and missing it was Alex Rubin. Missouri State 3 for 6 in the power play, 50%. Of course, all of this against Iowa State. Right up the middle, nobody there but a Lion, and it's cleared all the way down by Kyle Diamond.
And that was great passing to set up Alex on that slap shot.
17-17 to go in the period. Period number 2, 1:28 remaining in the power play. Ice Bears send it in. CDOT can't hold on to it. Missouri State will have it, centering it right up to Lohman off of his stick. Now it's Bell to send it back once again on the line. Bell is able to hold it as it came back from him from Cooley. Comes to the corner. Intercepted though. Cooley is there, and it is out to center ice as he tried to break up Matt Runyon's pass. Line change for Lindenwood. Ice Bears, if they get it in the zone, but they couldn't. And it will be Missouri State's Will Baginski. He was able to cut off some distance because it was going all the way down, and he was able to get a hold of it. Now Bell has some room, right side drive missing. May have been tipped by the shoulder of CDOT, and it's cleared all the way down. And Missouri State will get one man on a change. Lindenwood gets 3. Solnikov's pass was dangerous, but it makes it and gets over to Cardinale left side. Ted came from the Division III squad for Missouri State last season, was their leading scorer. Now here is Frederick. Low on the right side. Schumacher to work it. 24 seconds in the power play. Shot missing wide. Frederick is there as he cycles through. 16:06 to go in the period. Ice Bears trail by 3. They get it to Frederick, and it's off of his glove and out to center ice. Well, maybe not. Officials didn't blow it down, so guess he didn't touch it. Oh, now Schumacher gets taken out of the play. Martin will have it. Power play is 3 seconds. It gets deflected behind the net in the Missouri State zone. Power play is over. Willis out of the box. Frederick with it for Missouri State. Now the Ice Bears, who trail by 3, having a lot of trouble getting it out of their own zone. Baginski lost it. He's going to go to the bench, has a broken stick. Puck comes right up the middle, and a drive from the right side is in. And Brendan Murphy will get his second goal of the game and second of the season. It's 5-1 Lindenwood. If there was any crowd here, that would quiet the crowd.
Yeah, like you called it earlier, Steve, the defensemen were just having a little bit of a tough time getting the puck out, getting that sustained pressure moving forward. That's something that I know Coach Cook is going to talk to his D-corps back there on moving that puck up. Even if you don't have an option, there's plenty of space above. Garrett Wojcicki with a great opportunity in the slot here is going to follow his rebound up into the corner.
Now to the near side boards. It is sent right back into the Lindenwood zone by Simon Hobbs. So his second of the game by Murphy, second of the season, and it's a 5-1 lead for Lindenwood. Puck comes right up the middle, and it was deflected. The net's dislodged.
It looks a little off.
Yeah, and the officials still letting play.
No
Go
way.
score! No, that should be no goal.
Yeah, he's got that one blown right away. As a ref, that's a really tough one. You're watching 500 different things going on simultaneously, and as soon as you see that puck enter the net, you realize that the net is off its moorings. Great call by the officials. That's a no goal.
And Rick Zombo's not happy with it. He just shakes his hand and says whatever. But that's happened to Missouri State already. Now, what they should do is like the Ice Bears do, is they drill in and they put in the rubber pegs.
I won't go about as how fortunate we are in Springfield. You know, you talk about this beautiful facility. We've got an amazing facility in Springfield, and Silver Lining, we're allowed to have a handful of spectators allowed there. I know that a lot of the St. Louis County has been shut down as far as spectators and indoor sporting events for the collegiate level. I know Maryville, Lindenwood, and McHenry University, all in the St. Louis area, do not allow fans in right now. So we're very fortunate to be able to be up here broadcasting this for you guys, and we're even more fortunate back in our home rink to be able to have our fans supporting our Ice Bears on.
Off the draw. Puck is won by the Lions. They'll send it down in low. Comes by Velasquez. He's looking for the return pass, but it's blocked in front. Ice Bears have it. They flip it out to center, and that's as far as it goes across the Centene Community Ice Center logo. And you see the St. Louis Blues logo. That's because the Blues practice here, not specifically on this rink, but they do practice in this facility that has 4 rinks, including an outdoor rink, which is spectacular. Went over there and watched it earlier. They had a Bantam League game. I think it was women's, and they were girls actually, and they were playing out there. What a fun time! 13:57 to go in the period as we get an icing here. And they're going to give the assists to Vigard Ferret. or actually Ferret.
A little hesitation on the icing there. I want to explain a new rule this year in ACHA Division 1. Actually, ACHA as a whole. On an icing or a penalty, the non-offending team is allowed to pick which side face-off dot they would like to designate the face-off. So it's a little bit new on the officials. It's a little bit new on the forwards. But as a team, that's a possibility of a really strategic advantage, a right-handed or versus a left-handed center. Keep an eye out for that. You'll see these linesmen communicating with these players in a safe manner this year to which side they want to hold the face-off on.
Lions go offside. Declan Carter was the one that led it on the right side. So the officials bring it outside the attacking zone, and the Ice Bears off the draw will win it. It'll go to Mark Kapovic. His pass comes in. This should be an icing. No, it's been waved off. Good play by Cooley to keep it onside, except the Ice Bears didn't gain control. This one is sent down, and this one is going, well, I thought it was going to be an icing. They wave it off. Now
tick for tack.
Yeah. Now it'll be Rubin. He'll bank it off the boards to Cooley, away from him. And the Lions, we should have gotten a penalty there as Carter hit Frederick up high and interfered, and nothing doing. Meanwhile, Griffin has to make the save. Now Carter, see, there you go. Frederick is upset with Carter for hitting him up high. The officials do nothing. And now do we get them both?
Nothing at the moment, but I'm sure Andy Bethman's wheels are turning, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a little 4-on-4 after this.
Yeah, I would think so too. It's probably going to get
frustration
both.
On Frederick. He got a little bit of a clip at the blue line, and looks like he's just going to send both of them back to their benches and say, "All right, guys, cool down for a couple seconds, and we'll keep playing 5-on-5," which is really what both teams want. They don't want special teams or 4-on-4s or 3-on-3s. So we're going to stay 5-on-5 here.
13:05 to go in the second period. 5-1 Lindenwood. The only goal in this period, Murphy's second. Ferret with the assist. It was 4-1 coming into the period. Shot comes in by Wilk, held on to by Griffin. Shots in the first period, 16-5. Brady Griffin seeing 16 Lion shots, and Cooper Cedot facing 5 Ice Bear shots. That's it. And now we're at 23-8.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure here needs to be had by Missouri State, and they've definitely got it in the tank. They just need to dig deep and find it.
Radley has it cleared all the way back down into his own zone. That'll be grabbed by Mason Kruger. Has 2 assists out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Now he moves down the left side and offside as Ernst was in just a little bit too soon. Face-off will come outside the Ice Bears zone. These same 2 teams tomorrow will have it for you, but it will be a 3 o'clock time slot. So don't tune in at 7 expecting that. It'll be 3. We'll try to be on the air at about 2:50 or so. Here's Radley with it. Puck is deflected away and flipped up by Salnikov all the way down. It's too slow to be icing. 12:30 to go in the second period. And hopefully tomorrow we will have video for you. Here's Ernst. He'll flip it back down in. Working it out in front, and it's intercepted by Lohman. Heinrich, nice move. Left side, or make that the right side, far side, and now Lohman with the extra effort to get it into the Lions zone. Line change for Missouri State, a partial one. Now Lindenwood out of their own zone, intercepted by the Ice Bears' Mark Kapovic. Kapovic sends it down, intercepted by Ferret. Vigard from Stavanger, Norway. Ursulak will work it across. Gets it to Denis. He has 4 points, 2 goals and 2 assists lifetime against Missouri State. Shot comes in by Ursulak. It's blocked in front. That by the Ice Bears' Cardinale. Right up the middle. Shot score as it came from the side of the net on the right side. It comes up the middle, and Sam Watson will get the goal. It's 6-1 Lindenwood.
Oh, Lindenwood doing a masterful job of controlling the puck and moving it around and getting that wide open shot on the Ice Bears. You look at Lindenwood in this game, and we saw Iowa State last weekend. Lindenwood certainly doesn't look like a team that's only played 3 games. They look like a team who's played the first semester and got a number of games under their belt there. really gelling together very well in this game.
Sam Watson gets his first goal. That's why he was jumping up and down. And here in the second period, the Lions have made it a 6-1 advantage. This one coming at 10:40 of the period.
By the way, Steve, I just want to let you know. We're going to let you know real quick. WCHL Commissioner Chris Perry just let us know that the video is working. So he is able to watch the feed that we are presenting here.
Oh, it was not working before? Here's Willis with a drive and a glove save by Griffin. Puck is cleared out to center. And the Ice Bears have it, a 3-on-3. They'll work it right side, now out in front, and it just missed. On the give and go, Derek Smith missed it. We come the other way. Here's Finnegan. They'll work it across in front, and a drive off the shoulder of Griffin gets deflected up and out of play. Kind of a legitimate question. Was it not working before?
No, I just thought I heard you say we'll get you guys video a little bit later. And I was like, I think we've got video.
Oh, no.
The video replay.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have replay for some strange reason. And we have it now. Slowly but surely. And quit calling me Shirley, but things will get better.
Man needs to get to a hospital.
No, I miss slap shot. Shot comes in. In fact, it's not a slap shot, though. That's Newman's. Ferrett's getting another assist. So Watson, you probably heard that, and Ferret. 10:14 to go in the period. Shots are 26-9. Missouri State has not even broken the double digits yet. Oh, a nice hit there by Cooley. And into his equipment is Kruger, and it's a hand pass. So we will have the faceoff come all the way down into Lindenwood, into the ice. 6-1. Willis his third. Runyon his first. Murphy his first on the power play. Shakes for Missouri State. That made it 3-1 in the first period. 11:53. Ernst his first. Murphy at 10:34 the second. And it is Sam Watson his first, 10:40 here of the second. Willis to Finnegan. Finnegan shoots up high. Far side. Big hit there, Kruger, as he gets hit hard by Cooley. Now we're going to start to see the Ice Bears moving the body a little bit. Puck cleared all the way down. Hobbs gets it up into the stands. So a souvenir for some, but no, there's nobody in the stands.
I'm sure the ring staff will pick that one up later. Either that or we could use some more practice pucks.
9-4-3. You know, you joke about it, but seriously, the fact that we even get to do this is great.
It's an amazing blessing.
Remarkable.
You know, it's an amazing blessing that we're able to be here today, bringing this game to you guys, watching on Web Sports and on Ice Bears YouTube channel. And then it's another blessing that we're able to have live spectators in Springfield, because it really means a lot to these guys, and it means a lot to us. So I want to say thank you for everyone tuning in, and if you guys are in Springfield, thank you for attending the games, and I'll get on other stuff later, but I could keep going. Steve, we'll get back to the game here.
Two guys to watch, Caleb Ernst and Heinrich Lohman. They both are guarding each other, and a little bit of bad blood just a moment ago. And just keep an eye on both of those guys. Meanwhile, we come the other way. Here is Radley, left to right. Radley with a shot up the middle. It's blocked by Griffin. Now still comes up the middle, and an opportunity for Radley sails wide. Near side, Radley again. Nobody there except for Heiserode of Missouri State. Guards the puck, and that's as far as it goes. It is still not cleared. Ice Bears working extra hard defensively. Now it is Solnikov, who's been relatively quiet since moving to number 15. Ice Bears really need to change. They have some tired players on the ice. Puck given up. Here is an opportunity in front. Ferret drive, save, and it's held on to.
Great play by Brady Griffin there. You're exactly right. You got some defensemen, some forwards that are tired, that need a change. They're getting hemmed in their own zone a little too long. Brady Griffin to bail them out of an absolutely top-notch scoring play for them. Unfortunate event for our defenseman, but Brady Griffin with a beautiful save and a much-needed change for our Ice Bear players.
8:10 to go in the period. Again, sorry, we're not getting the scoreboard feed. Here's a great opportunity for the Ice Bears, but the puck just bounced a little bit too far for Ted Cardinale. Now Cardinale will work it in the zone. He gets hooked and pulled down, nothing doing. Puck off the side of the net. This one by the Ice Bears' Jacob Weetop. Flipped out to center. And Frederick with a good play there to keep it on the near side of the ice. Lions with Newman. He'll send it in. Goaltender Brady Griffin wanders a little too far. Coughs it up to the far side to Crago. Behind the net, Griffin back in. Calling for it right side. Murphy, drive, score! 7-1.
Murphy blasted one from the point there, and I did not see. It looked like it might have been deflected or could have gone straight in.
I think that one went clean in. Again, creating a lot of traffic in front of Brady Griffin. Really need these wingers to get up on those guys and take away those shots, force everything to the outside. That's the second or third time they've created crazy traffic in front of the net for MSU, and it's ended up in the back of the net.
That's the hat trick goal for Murphy, his third of the season. And Missouri State now trails 7-1. 7:14 remaining in this second period. Finnegan, he'll move it in. Chasing it is Hobbs. Simon Hobbs came from the University of Central Oklahoma. Drive in and a save from the right side. That came from Finnegan. And now sticks are up between Finnegan and Terrace Josephson.
I think they're just discussing the weather on the right end.
Snow, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Stan, you came in.
I can testify to that.
You came in. Were the roads bad when you came in?
They were getting that way.
Here's Finnegan, Velasquez with a drive, and he scores. From behind the net, it goes to Velasquez, and it's 8-1.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Velasquez there. It went around the back of the net. The no-look behind the back pass on the short side fooled the defenseman, fooled the goaltender, and Brady got over at the last second and just couldn't get tight enough to grab it. 6:51 in the second period. Matt Griffin will now enter for the Ice Bears. This will be his second appearance in 30 games. And number 29, Matt Griffin, young brother of Brady Griffin, who had a great performance in Iowa State. Again, coming into a quite a challenge here in the second period of this Lindenwood Missouri State game.
He comes in at 13:09, 6:51 remaining in the period. So we know that the hat trick goal is Murphy, and it is 8-1. And let's catch the call. So Murphy will get the goal. So Carter will get an assist. And Crago. So they're going to say 12. That's right. That's Murphy's goal. Here's Velasquez's goal. Finnegan will get an assist.
I had a chance to talk with Coach Law after Saturday's game about the factors that go into deciding when to pull the goalie, and it was very interesting. Not always is a goalie pulled because he gives up so-called weak goals, and certainly the goals Lindenwood has had tonight, you don't see much weakness in their scoring abilities. But one of the factors I thought was interesting, and one of the reasons he made the move last Saturday to pull Bailey Stevens and replace him with Matt Griffin, was the team psychology. Basically pulling the goalie, put in a new goalie. The players psychologically want to help their new goalie, and particularly Matt Griffin, since that's his first start. And that was one of the main reasons he made that change. So interesting psychology that goes into when you decide to pull a goalie in a game.
In the meantime, Will Baginski with an absolute great hit at the top of the circles, then a block shot, then hits the puck out of midair to Henrik Lohman to clear the zone. Baginski a little slow to get back to the Ice Bears bench, but absolute great shift for Will.
Sent back now into the Missouri State zone. It's behind the net. Watson is there. Got one of the last few goals. Those goals, the last two by Murphy, his third, Velasquez, his second, they came just 23 seconds apart. 4:23 remaining in the period as we get some pushing and shoving now. And nothing happening there. I don't want to jinx it, but it's been a relatively penalty-free contest.
Oh, there we go. You know, I know that these referees are, you know, some of the same referees we use down in Springfield through the St. Louis Reffing Association, and they want these two top-notch teams to play. They're not going to take the small stuff behind the play that really has no outcome on the puck itself. They're going to let them play. They're going to let them work things out. There's a lot of frustration on the Missouri State side, and Coach Law and Coach Cook really have to settle these guys down and make sure that they keep their eyes on the prize here, which is getting shots on net, trying to put the puck in the back of the net.
Yeah, shots are 34-11. Missouri State came into this period with only 5, and while they are getting shots, we came into this period with 16 for Lindenwood, and they've doubled that and added a couple extra. So here's Ferret trying to bank it off the side of the net. It didn't work. Watson is there for Lindenwood. Far side boards, 3:24 to go. And I did not have an interview handy or ready. So what I'm going to do is pull out an old interview with Missouri State President Cliff Smart.
Oh, boy.
And we'll listen to that. How's that sound? Shot right out in front. Martin, rebound, Carter, score.
More of a third effort goal there. Goaltender Matt Griffin stuck behind the net a little bit. Puck came flying out, blocked by an MSU player in the crease. I believe that was Hobbs. And then a rebound to the other side of the crease. How unfortunate is that? And Lindenwood capitalizes on that empty net.
We'll take a look at it here. This is, we go back to the replay. There's the goaltender coming out, and unfortunately, he does make the first save, but cannot make the second one. And that's always tough when you have a goaltender, so we go back to live action. Coming out behind the net. The defensemen don't know really, unless they've talked or discussed, they don't know where the goaltender's going to go. And so it's difficult. You don't want to leave your man.
Yeah, as a goalie, you know that all too well, Steve. It's tough, and me as a defenseman, both people have trust in each other, and obviously everybody makes those decisions on the ice for a reason.
2:30 to go in the period. And it's stolen along the line. Well, actually, Velasquez is going the wrong way. Intercepted, more like it. Here come the Ice Bears. Schumacher with a drive in. Saves CDOT. That is just the 12th shot of this contest by Missouri State. The Ice Bears are 0 for 2 on the power play. The Lions are 1 for 1. And here comes Crago. Martin stays onside. Crago with it in front of Martin. Oh, a save, and the net gets dislodged. So
great save there by Griff.
Matt Griffin, this time we're talking about. Matt Griffin made a great save. The only thing that saved him was the net getting dislodged, and that stopped play.
I don't know if I'm going to give him a little bit more credit.
No,
to that.
I mean, he made the save.
He made the great save,
absolutely.
and the puck was already on its way out. Defenseman Mark Kapkovic actually cleared the puck out of the zone as the whistle was being blown. So the Ice Bears would have broken out just fine, but you know, and the nature of the rules, they're going to stop that any time for net off. So
Josh Bell, as the Ice Bears work it in, Bell gets interfered with. Play continues as he was looking for a return pass from Cooley. Now Hunter Cooley to Bell behind the net. Cooley's with it. it's behind the net. 16:52 will be the time of the goal. Now we come back in the Missouri State zone. Finnegan with a drive, save, rebound, and Finnegan's second effort is a goal.
A little squeaker between the legs there again. Like you said, second effort, and that was an unfortunate bounce back out front, and Ice Bears find themselves down now 10-1. Minute and a half left in this period. Ice Bears just need to bury through this one and get in the locker room and really have a serious talk about some of the fundamentals that they need to pull together. I know that nobody obviously wants to be in this kind of situation, but the Ice Bears are going to do everything in their power to stop the bleeding, so to say.
Couple of unfortunate situations there as Griffin runs into his defenseman. 1:28 remaining. 10-1. Finnegan will get the goal. Should just let you hear the Nat sound of
they forgot to start the clock here, so we're probably going to be down another 20 seconds or 15 seconds after this. But yeah, it's loud enough for you to hear them.
Here's a shot on a bouncer in that is held on to. It's right on the doorstep was Radley.
I think I could actually hear the official saying 20
seconds
off the clock.
I heard that too.
Yeah, that's how crazy this is with no fans in the arena. So.
1:01 remaining here in the second. Off the draw, Finnegan will have it to Willis. Now a tic-tac-toe play, and it's broken up by the Ice Bears defensively and out to center ice. Chasing it for Missouri State is Garrett Wolchecki, and he's not able to gain control. 43 seconds, and the clock rolls here in the second period, that is. Ice Bears have it. They had the numbers, and the puck was deflected away from Lohman. Ice Bears just a little dejected here. Here's Finnegan to Willis, drive in, save, rebound. It's moved into the corner. They're announcing Finnegan. And Mason Kruger with an assist.
Yep, that's going to be a Lindenwood penalty on number 22. He came right in, cross-checked Jacob Wietop, and he's definitely going to be going to the box. Simon Havis went in to defend his player, and I hope. Simon Havis's helmet's off now, so we'll see. We'll see what the official comes away from saying. But number 22 on Lindenwood is not happy. Not exactly sure why, but he looks like he is done for the day. He is heading towards the locker room.
Well, it could be because there's 13.2 seconds left. He may just...
I'm not sure, but yeah, he sent him over there pretty quickly. The original cross-check was against Jacob Wietop, and Simon Hobbs came in to defend his player who had been very shaken up by that cross-check to the face. And it looks like we've got a 5-minute major on the board. I wouldn't be surprised if a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for cross-checking is called, as number 22 Ursulak is going to be gone for the rest of the game, or at least the rest of this period. We'll see what they end up calling, but huge opportunity for the Ice Bears to really set up some major penalty time zone play. With 13 seconds left, they're gonna get their top line out and try to get at least one or possibly two good shots on net.
So it is a 5-minute major. That's 3 penalties for 9 minutes with the 5-minute major. Assist to Ursulak. And as you mentioned, Missouri State just 13.2 seconds left, but barring any further penalties, they head into the third and can score at will.
That's right. A major penalty does not come down even if the team scores on the power play.
At one point against Iowa State, Missouri State was 2 for 1 on the power play. Because of the 5-minute major, they scored twice.
This would be the opportunity, too, for the Ice Bears starting the third period to get what we call momentum in the game, because they definitely haven't had any of that in this game. Lindenwood's had that all to themselves, and at least with the 5-minute major, the Ice Bears can hopefully generate some good, strong offense and get a few points on the board.
7 shots on Cooper Cedot, 2-period total of 12. Brady Griffin faces, both Griffins, Brady and Matt, 20 shots for a 2-period total of 36. We will come back with an interview. It's taped a while back with the Ice Bears, or excuse me, it's not the Ice Bears president, it's Missouri State President Cliff Smart, who joined us.
Steve, this would be a virus-free interview with President Smart?
Yes, this is a virus-free interview. It was probably before any of that.
Virus-free.
We'll be back. Ice Bears trail 10-1 after 2.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation.
Hey, Springfield, are you ready for some hockey?
Here's Barrett.
Left side with the beeline on over to O'Brien. Back to Barrett. Score!
Steve Casson here, voice of your Missouri State Ice Bears. Join us at Jordan Valley Ice Park in downtown Springfield for this year's excitement.
This is head coach Jeremy Law. The Bears are back for another season, so check out our schedule at MissouriStateHockey.com and get your tickets now.
Here come the Ice Bears. Turin with Bell catching up. Turin shoots. Score! Oh, baby! Back at the Stan Melton Ice Rink, Jordan Valley Ice Park. Steve Casson now with the president of Missouri State. Cliff Smart is joining us. And Cliff, glad to see you out at another game.
I think I picked a good one this year to get out to. What a great first period.
Boy, did you pick a good one. This is fantastic as Missouri State, ranked number 31, plays the number 3 ranked country in the nation. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as far as following this team, I think Missouri State, and you know about this with basketball and some football and some of the rankings go, but they were 18 at one point. They lost one game to a team that wasn't ranked, and they dropped 20 spots, and they've not been able to come back since, and that's been a tough situation. But, you know, it is what it is, but next season will be great. And speaking of that, okay, I don't want to brag on you, but ever since you've been president at Missouri State, the sports teams have had so much more accolades than they did before. What are you doing there? And I don't want to say sports-wise, but we'll talk about it at least for that right now.
Well, one of the things I think we've done is that we've hired some really good coaches in the last several years. And, Coach Mox is just off to a tremendous start, building on the good work on the Lady Bears of Kelly Harper before, got buy-in from the team, and toughened them up and got them stronger and faster and more competitive, and that's been fun. Dana Ford's a great young coach. Team had a hard time gelling right at the beginning, but seems to be playing a lot better. Just brought in a top football coach, and then you got people like Keith Gutton, who just is the best of the best, and has been doing it for 40 years.
And of course, John Leamy, their soccer team, just
undefeated
set all
season,
records.
unbelievable. Yep. Got to host an NCAA tournament or a playoff game at home for the first time ever, and so it's a good mix of guys who have coached at the university their whole careers, like John and Keith, and then really young, hungry coaches that have come in, and I think they feed off each other. When one team starts really playing well, it motivates the others to try to up their game.
It was just, I know you were there too, we're just at the football luncheon, and Bobby Utrino was announced, and well, it wasn't that he was announced, he was already announced, but it was just kind of a meet and greet with him. And I remember when you were on talking to some people right after the whole football situation happened, you said, we've got a short list, we know who we're going for. I'm thinking to myself, okay, but if you know who you're going for, you've got to get somebody that is going to make something happen.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Bobby Petrino comes in. He's a national championship coach. He's going to make something happen.
119-49 in Division I sports. He's coached, I think he's been head coach 14 years in D1, 12 winning records. He's, you could tell at the lunch the other day, he's brought in a great coaching staff that has tremendous experience. He knows football. He knows how to set up a winning program. We got to give him time to get some players in here.
Sure.
But I think he'll coach up the players that we have, and I think you'll see a much more competitive football team in the fall.
Well, when it takes an hour to go through his coaching staff, on their introductions, it's going to be a good thing. But
I'm excited. And, part of being a major public university is having competitive sports. It just connects you to your community and to your state. It creates a spirit among your student body. It helps in the fundraising side and just in the excitement and the connection of everyone living in Springfield to the team. And so, we need to finish strong on our basketball side, and spring football is just around the corner. And the baseball Bears and the softball Bears look to be strong as well.
It's looking really good. Now, the last time that I went to school there, which was 2000 and 2001, they were building a lot of things on campus, and I know just recently they finished building. Are there plans to continue to build the campus?
We've done, I'm in year 9, and we've done a lot of both renovation and new buildings. There's still some more to go. We haven't built a new residence hall in 30 years, and so we'll open a brand new one in the fall, and that's right behind Strong Hall. And so if you're on Holland Street, that's that building that's going up there. Very excited about that. Doing an add-on to the Macquarie Health Sciences Center to have more and bigger classrooms for our nursing students in particular. Building a great new field station down at Bull Shoals that all the sciences will use for research and field work, and so there's still some things going on, but we are slowing down because we've made a lot of progress in the last 8.5 years.
Absolutely. The field station is nice. So there's other things off campus that will be built that are affiliated or Missouri State properties.
Absolutely, and probably the next project that we'll close on is an expansion of Jordan Valley Innovation Center downtown, which we think will spawn a whole series of other private developments to continue to build up downtown in that area between Chestnut Expressway and the university as that whole area grows and really begins to thrive.
Now, the one thing that you could do...
I know where you're going, Steve. I already know.
Yeah, let's have McDonald Arena turn into an ice rink.
Love to do it. Probably about a $40 million project, but so I'd need some help on that one.
Oh, I'll write you a check. No, but the one thing that I will say, and I've said this to you every time, is you're one of the few presidents that have come to a hockey game that has made their presence known, and that's one thing that we absolutely appreciate you being here, is because I know you've got a lot of other things you could do, and you're here to see what's turning out in this first period to be a great hockey game.
Great game. I think a big part of my job is being out where our students and alums and fans are. And there's no question that there's enormous excitement here. We were talking earlier, both tonight's game and tomorrow night's game have been sold out since Monday. There are literally hundreds of people standing around the rink excited about this. What better place is there to be tonight?
Now, depending on how baseball works out, which has really been good lately, but Missouri State hockey has either been 4th or 5th total attendance of any other the other sports. So, you've got football, you have the 2 basketballs, and then you have baseball, and then there's Missouri State hockey.
Wow. I didn't know that. That's impressive, Steve.
So, we're not going to pat ourselves on the back too much.
I think you should. I mean, what a great activity, though, for students to do on a Friday night,
It's fantastic, and, like you've seen it, every game you come to is pretty much sold out.
It is.
And that's the one thing we like. We like the fact that it garners a different audience, and no problem with that at all.
you want the university to be connected to literally everything good that's happening in town, right? And so people like different kind of sports, they like different entertainment, they like different music, they like different kind of speakers. We're engaged with the school districts, with economic development. I mean, it's just, that's what you get with a big public university in your community. It makes it a great place to live.
Speaking of being connected, what I'm waiting for is that nice skyway walkway to the from the rink, like to somewhere over on campus, so people can walk. They can walk over here. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of paying the $10 to park tonight, but parking is apparently a problem everywhere, right? Downtown, university, etc. I mean, we're a little bit spoiled because we like that park right in front of wherever you're going, and we keep working on that.
Well, and you have heard, of course, I'm sure it's all over the news, that Springfield Cardinals are not happy and they are taking some legal action against that.
Yeah, it's that's concerning. We obviously have a stake in that because we play in that ballpark and our fans park in that parking lot. And certainly we've been in communication with both the Cardinals and the city. The reality is that ought to be resolved without having to go to trial here. I mean, if everybody wants baseball in Springfield, we need to figure out how we maintain the park and how people live up to their contractual obligations.
Exactly. There are some things that this holding company is not following through, apparently. And not to mention the fact that if this was New York or this was Los Angeles, maybe you can get, I don't know if it's $20 or whatever, but it's definitely at least that. You could get that in a city like that. In Springfield, no. To me, it just doesn't seem, I don't want to use the word gouging, but it just doesn't seem right.
They're clearly trying to leverage that to get a resolution. I would tell you, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Hal Higdon over at OTC. The last 2 weeks of Cardinal baseball season, he let people park there and paid for the shuttle to take them to the games.
Wow, that is nice.
So, again, that's one of the things we do in Springfield is that we work together to make sure things happen. And I'm fairly confident we'll get this figured out because everybody wants baseball in Springfield.
Talking with Cliff Smart, the president of Missouri State University, going on your 9th or 10th year now?
Yeah, I'm in year 9, and so when this school year's over, we'll have had 9 full years in the job.
Very nice. And you're planning on staying a long time?
This is my last job, so as long as people want me and as long as it feels good, I'm going to be here. And I'm having the time of my life. It's just been a tremendous second career for me.
Well, it's definitely been a good thing, like I say, knowing that, because you have been one of those friendly, approachable type presidents, and that's, I think, very important.
I think that's the world we live in now, right? With social media interaction and people expect you to be accessible, and when you're there, either on social media or in person, to be approachable. And I've tried to set that tone. I encourage people to call me by my first name. I try to be very visible. I respond to every email I get personally, and I think people appreciate that.
One thing I do want to ask you, because last time we talked about this was when they had the Phantom of the Opera here.
Yes.
And is it coming back?
I think it'll be on rotation. That's as we talked. That's both our favorite shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think. I tell you, last year we had tremendous attendance for Lion King. The thing ended up making the university over $500,000. So Springfield has proven that they can support a big-time Broadway show on a 3-week run, and that gives us the ability to get another one in. And so very excited. I know Keith Boaz is working on next year's lineup, and I think we'll have another big show.
Now, the one thing that people don't realize about Phantom, and especially being at Juanita K, was had to create a not a theater in the round, but they had to create a special set that was a round, circular set, and there was a lot of engineering that went into that. First time ever that Phantom of the Opera was performed like that, and obviously it was a huge success.
It was, and we had to do some work to make sure we had the chandelier that could work, because everybody knows that's a big part of that end of the first act, and but we're committed to doing that, and so if it means you have to invest $50,000 to have a show that comes in that is seen by thousands of people and that makes the university hundreds of $1,000s, well, that's a good investment.
Absolutely, and it was great. Now, I think I obviously had the alumni seats, which were right out in front, which was great. Normally, I want to be about maybe row 6, row 7,
I'm with
because
you.
when the chandelier comes, I want it right underneath me.
So we've decided, whether it's a concert or one of the Broadway series, the best place to be is about row F, E, F, H, somewhere right in there. About 40% of the way in, and Keith knows that, and I pay for all my tickets, no gratis, I pay for them, but I do admit a little perk is he saves me good seats.
That's always. Well, didn't want to cut the president off, but we have a hockey game to finish up here. Missouri State trails by a count of 10-1 as we head into period number 3, and the Ice Bears once again skating from the left to the right, Lindenwood from the right to the left. And Ryan, I don't know if you were in the locker room or not, but I'm sure there are some words, more encouraging words, I guess, for period number 3, because against Lindenwood, it's very tough to come back from a 9-goal deficit.
Yeah, no, I actually did not make my way into the locker room. I like to leave that to the coaching staff and not become a distraction to them. But any sports fan is going to realize that's a deficit, right? That's a deficit. So it's not necessarily what you can do in the next 2 minutes to win the hockey game. It's what do you need to do long term to be a successful team in this level, because these are the caliber of teams that you're going to have to play on a day in and day out basis at the ACHA Division I level. So that talk was definitely had. I know with Jeremy, I did speak with him briefly. I didn't go in the locker room, but it's a gut check time for a lot of guys.
Play is underway here in the third period. 2-on-1, all in front, and Lindenwood scores. Colton Crego will get this just 25 seconds into period number 3.
Oh, that is a rough one for the Ice Bears. Kind of an example of how strongly Lindenwood has dominated this game. In a penalty kill situation, they do a 2-man breakaway and score the shorthander.
And that's a
rough
tough
situation for the Ice Bears.
Yeah. How do you give up a...
You look at a game like this, obviously the goal of winning the game is pretty much out the window, but how do you look at it in terms of a learning experience for the players?
Sure, the learning experience is something that a player is not necessarily going to want to think about at this very moment. Their goal is, what can I do to win this game? And they're going to continue to do that. And it sounds a little hypocritical, but they are going to learn by losing or by a hard-fought game or a comeback game. They learn a little something every single time. So hopefully,
well, they didn't learn much there. As breaking in is Zach Martin, and he makes it 12-1.
What I was going to say, guys, is the positivity part is very challenging right now. The temptation to be negative and down on each other is right there. The sign of a good team is to stay positive with each other, not to get out of control or let your emotions get out of control with your teammates, and especially the other team. We don't need to be in the penalty box, that's for sure, but they do have lessons out here to be learned, and sometimes the lessons you learn are the hard ones, but sometimes those are the ones you learn from the best.
Well, this is also a shorthanded goal. Zach Martin, along with Colton Crego, scoring 2 shorthanded goals on Missouri State's 5-minute major. There's 3:20 left in the 5-minute major, 18:27 to go in the period. And Bell, uncharacteristically, fans on the shot up high. And the puck comes in back to the Missouri State end. Now what you got to watch is what's the mentality of Missouri State. They're down 12-1. They've already given up 2 shorthanded goals. Do they continue to put the pressure on Lindenwood.
I don't think there's any question. They're not going to stop. I mean, that's not the type of organization. That's not the team these guys are. That's not the kind of hockey players they are. That's why they're at this level. They're going to continue to push as hard as they can for the rest of this game.
Obviously, it's time to kind of see if you can break some of the things that Lindenwood has really played and done well in this game. Hitting, passing, clogging up areas. Here is Bell. He'll work it down in low. They're announcing Crago's goal. Diamond will get an assist. And that will be the only assist on that goal. Just 25 seconds in, that is a shorthanded deal. 17-14 to go in the period. Here's a blast that misses wide by Kopinski. And Finley will get an assist on the Martin goal. That was a shorthanded deal behind the net. Missouri State still with possession, 1:39 to go in the major penalty. Shot missing wide by, that is Simon Hobbs. Thought it was 15 Salnikov, but it didn't look like him. Ice Bears work it again, a shot that gets deflected off of the stick of CDOT.
This is some of the best work we've seen by the Ice Bears in terms of puck control on a power play.
It has been scored!
There we go.
As Jack Brackbill just pegs the inside corner on the left side. It is a power play goal on their 17th shot of the game, and it is 12-2.
Steve, you talk about small steps in the right direction. Stan, you hit it right on the head. That last shift, they put 4 or 5 good quality shots on net. Those are the kind of small improvements that you're going to have to keep doing. You can't look at the score. You can't look at the deficit. You got to take one shift at a time, and that was a win for the Ice Bears.
So Missouri State now trails 11-2 in this contest, as Brackbill will get it. Now 1 minute remaining.
It's 12.
What did I say?
11.
It's 12-2.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey.
We're allowed.
If you're just tuning in,
we're allowed to call that kind of stuff out on the radio. The players aren't thinking about it, and the players should be thinking about this, because now we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey. Brian Schumacher is going to go to the box for an interference. Might have been a little incidental contact in the front, but it was right in the view of the referee. So we are going to go 4-on-4 for 43 seconds and then killing for the remainder.
So Brackbill will get his first of the season. And Missouri State still has 43 seconds left on the power play, 15:55 to go. And now we're 4-on-4. Because here, well, we'll catch up with that in a moment, as Finnegan's there. Because the Ice Bears, with a player in the box, we go 4-on-4.
Here comes Hunter Cooley down the ice, down the right side.
To Bell, he shoots. Oh, what a save by CDOT. Puck is taken away. CDOT made a great play there. Now a lead pass comes to Finnegan. He'll come in, but it'll be held on to by the Ice Bears goaltender.
Steve, I was explaining that Brian Schumacher received an interference penalty.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
No, That's all good. Like I said, you've got a million things going on with everything. I'm just the man on the camera tonight, so I'm able to watch a little bit more of what you are. But yeah, we are 4-on-4 for 8 seconds, and then Lindenwood will be on the power play for about 1:15.
That'll just be, believe it or not, their second power play. Shot comes in, and a good save there by Bailey Stevens. Stevens is in net, takes over for Matt Griffin, so all three goaltenders will have a chance to play in this contest here today. Here's Willis. He'll have it with 1 minute remaining in the power play for Lindenwood. Puck is out to center, 14:52 to go. And we get a whistle for, well, Willis is down for Lindenwood. And
yeah, they're just stopping it as a precaution for him to get off the ice.
Steve, you mentioned this is Lindenwood's second power play. That is one good thing that the coaching staff can smile at after last weekend's game versus Iowa State. We had some difficult times with players taking penalties that weren't good penalties for sure, and at least in this game, that part of the Ice Bears game has settled down.
Lions will work it back in their own zone. Really no rush for them. They have a 12-2 lead. Wilk to Ferret. Right side. Sending it to Radley. Dropping it back, and it's off the stick of Ferret and back out to center. Lions will retreat. They'll set it up at the Ice Bears blue line. Bring it across. Ferret had it, but it kicked out to center. Terrence Josephson. He runs some rough shot, but the Lions still gain control. Wilk with a cross-ice pass to Radley from San Diego, California. Bet he's wishing there's be some California weather here. It's colder than anything. Here's a shot in by Wilk, that is, and a big save there by Stevens. Wilk has a power play with 5 seconds. Shot in, save Stevens, rebound, and it's cleared. Vigard Ferret playing against his former teammate when they played on the Springfield Express. Ferret played, and Stevens also played when they were here back in 2017. Martin with his pass intercepted, gets it back though. Martin shoots up high and misses. Now right out in front, a shot that's blocked in front. Good play there by Samuel Frederick. He's turning into the Josh Bell of defensemen. Puck to the corner. And the Ice Bears will bring it out. 13:25 to go. 12-2 in favor of Lindenwood. Puck hits a skate, goes behind the net to Zach Martin. Ice Bears intercept a possible, I guess it's just a fanned-on shot. Not a broken stick by Alex Rubin of Missouri State. Here is Carter. 2-on-2. Carter will send it over to Finley. Gets it behind the net. Finley with a shot. It's blocked in front of the near side. Ice Bears have it. They have numbers. 3-on-2. It'll come to Alex Rubin. He gets tied up in front with Runyon. And now it's behind the net to Finley. 12:50, or make that 45 to go in the period. Puck swung all the way around. Lindenwood with a line change. 12-2. Puck up the middle. And it's cleared out to center. Back down into the Missouri State zone. Velasquez will try to work it. Velasquez behind the net. Now intercepted by the Ice Bears. Here's Wheatop. Wheatop, nice move, comes down the middle, left side, and a return pass gets out in front to Ted Cardinale, but his pass right through the crease, broken up by a stick. Now it's Willis. Sends it right up the middle, broken up. Murphy had it go off of his hand. The Ice Bears have it. They'll bring it out to center. Here comes Wheatop, the freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. And it's Lindenwood to work the puck again. Willis. Cross-ice pass. It's flipped up and out. And 11:44 to go in the third period. Once again, these same two teams will have it for you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Central Time. We get an icing call here. As the Ice Bears and Lindenwood Lions will go on the air at 2:50. 3 o'clock to 3:10 will be the face-off. We hope you'll tune in. But 12-2, Lindenwood. Willis, Runyon, Murphy has 3. Ernst, Watson, Velasquez, Carter, Finnegan, Crago, Martin with 2, and the Ice Bears with Brackbill and Shakes getting goals. Brackbills was on the power play. Wilk to Ernst. Off of Radley's stick, tipped away. And in front of the Lindenwood bench, 11:10 to go in the period. Diamond. He'll have it right side. Looking for some help. Gets it down in low. Working it is Radley. And we get a whistle for behind the play. 2 players getting into it. Didn't see who it was from Missouri State. It's Wilk for Lindenwood. And now both the linesmen, Rich Paulo and Danny Bethman, have to get in front. That's the one thing about being the referee. You don't really have to break anything up if you have a 3-man system.
Yeah, you've got to be the one to determine what happens to the guys that commit the penalties there. So it looks like Is that
It looks like Louis Shakes, yeah.
Louis Shea looks like he might be heading off the ice for the night. And I'm sure that the Lindenwood player looks like he is, well, he's heading towards the box. We'll see what the officials end up on the ensuing call. While we've got just 2 seconds to pause while the officials are making up their minds here, I'd like to have a small thank you to all of the Missouri State parents who are in the St. Louis area. I know it's probably extremely frustrating to be in the hometown of your sons playing hockey where they first started and not being able to come out and watch. We know that it's a not ideal situation. It is tough, and we'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being supportive, and thank you for making the best efforts you can to be positive this entire season and coming down to Springfield and cheering them on in person. We know that it's a very tough thing to do, but we're all trying to do things as safely and as responsibly as we can this year, and every team, every organization, every school, every state has a little bit different something going on. So just wanted to say a personal thank you to everybody.
So Garrett Woljecki is going to serve the penalty for Shakes. Wilk is in the box, and it's just 2 minutes, so I don't know if it's coincidentals plus extra. Here's a shot that comes in. Finnegan with a shot deflected up after Stevens made the save. It hit him. So
it might have been a 2 and an unsportsmanlike on the additional. Or it was a 2-1. It was an even coincidental,
or a 2 and 10 or something.
Yeah, I think he got a 2 and a 10. I don't think they would have kicked him out for that. But
here's a shot in, save Stevens. Rebound. It was Murphy that got the first, and Finnegan will have it. 10.5 to go in the period. 12-2 Lindenwood. Over to Murphy. He shoots, glove save, Stevens.
Nice save by Bailey. Steve and Ryan, it seems like at this stage of the game, the coaching staff probably for Missouri State, Jeremy and Cliff, probably look at this as a period-by-period game, and this period, the Ice Bears can possibly gain the most by being very competitive this period. Scoring in the first 2 periods, not competitive. However, this period, much more competitive.
Sure, if you look at it, it's a 2-1 game in this period. So that's the kind of hockey this Missouri State team wants to play.
Great play by Frederick to break things up. Frederick and Josephson over to Josephson, but it's pulled away as it came back to Frederick. He was pushed down by Newman. Buck comes into the zone. Here's a shot in, misses into the corner. So it is 2 and 10 to Shakes. And just 2 minutes for Wilk. So that's why you have the Ice Bears, Garrett Woljecki serving the penalty. So if we total that up, that's 3 penalties, 14 minutes against Missouri State, 5 penalties, 21 minutes against Lindenwood. 9:27 to go in the third. Shot comes right through, deflected away. As right on the doorstep was Diamond. Runyon holds it in, left side. Oh, it popped over his stick. It comes back out. Now Diamond. He thinks better of it. With 11 seconds to go on the power play to Ferret. Vigard gets upended. Play continues. And the power play has expired. Out of the box, Woljecki, and we're 5-on-5. So Vigard Ferret, who has 4 goals in the last 4 games against Missouri State, has an assist in this contest, but no goals. So he's in jeopardy of losing his 4-game goal-scoring streak against Missouri State, and I'm sure if you're an Ice Bear fan, you could care less.
Yeah, I hope he does.
If you're a Lions fan,
I hope he loses it.
Maybe you're thinking he gets one. 8:26 to go. Here comes Lindenwood. Working it is Denis. He will get stripped of the puck, and the Ice Bears turn around. Ted Cardinale, the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, played with the Division III squad for Missouri State. He was the leading scorer for the Ice Bears on the Division III side last year. Carter, as we come the other way in the Ice Bears zone, tries to serve it up to Crago, and he'll work it right side. To Finley, back to Crago. Right out in front as it went to the corner to
Nice
Carter
save by
to
Bailey.
Crago, and then Stevens has to make a save. It was Crago after the shot that went in front down the slot, and Stevens had to make the save there. 7:52 to go in the period.
I'm going to say 2 saves on that one by Stevens.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He kept that right leg pad planted on the ice and on the post. He wasn't going to let that wraparound or the second attempt at that wraparound make it in on that side. So way to go, Bailey. Keep it up, buddy.
Don't want to mention the fact that the shots are 54-18 in favor of Lindenwood.
I wouldn't.
Okay, well, I never did. I never did. You didn't hear that. Now working it at center is Crago. He'll send it in. 7:32 to go in the period. 12-2 in favor of Lindenwood. Here come the Ice Bears across the line into the zone. It's Wojcicki. Stripped away from him in a 3-on-3. Here's Velasquez. He'll send it up to Finley. Move over to Finnegan. Shot in, blocked. Here come the Ice Bears. Can they clear it out? They do, but it's controlled by the Lions. 7 minutes to go in the third period. Newman works it across. Gets it to Finnegan. Looking for a cross-ice pass. He got it in front, and it was deflected high and wide. That one by Velasquez. Samuel Frederick. And Frederick has really developed into a fine defenseman now.
Here we go. Here's a good break for Derek Smith.
He'll have it down the middle. He gets hooked, and nothing called. Ice Bears have it again, and they score as it comes over to Wojcicki on the right side. He'll get the goal. That's his first for Missouri State this season.
Yeah, Derek with an absolute great play behind the play, catching their defenseman off guard. Like you said, Steve, a little stick interference possibly from the Lindenwood team, but doesn't phase Derek. He tries to get the shot off, ends up getting the puck in the corner, making a great pass out to a wide open Wojcicki. One shift at a time. Ice Bears won that shift.
And there's Wojcicki's shot that beats CDOT right up the middle. And it's a 12-3 contest. I only have one more space left on my score sheet. So the Ice Bears score the last 2 goals. So Smith will get an assist. This comes at 13:30. And for Wojcicki, his first. So of the Ice Bears scorers, Shakes gets his second. Brackbill on the power play gets his first. And Wojcicki will get his first. And as Stevens makes a save, it'll be sailed off into the corner. Battle for it behind the net. Carter looking for some help. Instead, he snaps it off and it goes wide. Kruger, he'll send it in low. Up the middle, bounce right in front, and Stevens makes the saves that came from behind the net. Bounced right in front to Carter. And Stevens was right there to shut the door.
Steve, you were talking earlier in the game, Lindenwood's 11-game winning streak, and we certainly have to give credit for Lindenwood having a great hockey program. Lindenwood's program is supported by the school. It's part of the athletic department, and they have a Division II team. They also have an NCAA women's team, and Coach Zombo and his coaching staff do a great job here. And so Lindenwood definitely has one of the strongest programs in the country, and they're always a national contender, and they definitely will be this year.
Stan, I don't want to burst your bubble, but it's a 13-game winning streak.
Okay. 13 games.
Yeah, unfortunately, you have to go back to 2015-16 when Missouri State became a Division I squad. But you know as well as I know, because we were there, that Missouri State has one win against the Division I team.
Right.
And it was in overtime. It was at Jordan Valley Ice Park. It was back in 2009-10, but it was when Missouri State was a Division II squad. They beat the Division I team. And now Lindenwood with a good opportunity. It'll be sent to the corner, held in by Runyon. Back behind the net. Radley's there. Radley gets upended as he skates backwards into Wojcicki. Play continues, 4:22 to go in the period. Calling for it was Runyon, and it's cleared out to center ice. Well, Lindenwood, you would think that Cooper Cedot would be the leading goaltender in the league. He is not. Stephen Friedland of Lindenwood is. That's only because Friedland has played one game and he has 1,000% save percentage. Shot all 17 shots he has saved. Cooper Cedot gave up one goal. And I want to thank Chris Perry, Commissioner of the Western States Hockey League. The ACHA is going to a new stats system, and he gave me a preview of the stats pack, and I got to tell you, I love it.
Yeah, Hockey Tech.
Yeah, from Hockey Tech. Obviously, there needs to be more stats. It's just 2 games in it, but you have all sorts of information, and I feel like I'm a NHL broadcaster now. I've got all this information of the goalies, the player streak, stats, all the teams across the league. I'm looking forward to that stats pack later on as the season gets going. Here's Ferret. Down below to Finley. Finley pass is broken up once again by Frederick. He's pulled down on the play. Flipped up by Wheatop, and it's out to center, 3:19 to go. Lions. They're content to just waste some time. They're not really worried about getting it out of their zone now. 3 minutes to go. Finley to Velasquez. We're going to get it sent all the way down. No icing. Stevens called for it. The official says, "You're not the ref. You don't get it." Near side. Now both 24s, Newman and Hunter Cooley collide to Finnegan up high for Lindenwood. Left side, Velasquez score. Left side as the goalie looks at it, right side face-off dot. And that's his second of the game, third of the season.
Yeah, that was just a well-moving puck play, and the more this Missouri State team gets caught up in their own end, the better chance a team that passes the puck as well as this Lindenwood team does is gonna capitalize on it. That was a passing play goal.
So Velasquez makes it 13-3. And we'll take a look at it here on replay. Just a nice give and go circling play as it finally gets to Velasquez. As we come back to live action, Stevens makes a save, and it'll be faced off in the Missouri State zone. But 13-3, 2:12 to go in the period. Now, I don't want anyone to score. I have no more spaces on my score sheet right now.
I could use about 10 of them.
Yeah, I mean, if the Ice Bears want to score, that's fine and dandy. I'll use the back of it. And if they did that, that'd be a record.
There you go, Bailey.
Stevens with a good save, but a juicy rebound. Grabbed by Newman. Behind the net for Newman. He'll spin around. Velasquez with the assist. Finnegan will get an assist. And Newman also. Here come the Ice Bears. They have a 3-on-2. A shot in that gets deflected up and high by Wheatop. Or actually, no, it's Wojcicki. He's the one that got it, and then he continues with the puck. Wojcicki works it left side. Shot in, save, Cedot. Rebound out in front. It's loose. Nobody there but Carter for Lindenwood. Lions work it right to left. They'll flip it in, go for a line change. And now we're down to 1:08 remaining here in this period. Puck flip to Kruger. Kruger out of it. And 1 minute remaining, and Lindenwood will have their 14th win in a row over Missouri State. Ernst lets it go on a late offside. Ice Bears will have it. Here's Wheatop across the line. Wheatop sends it to Kapovic with a drive that gets deflected up and out of play. 39.7 seconds remains. shots on goal are 60 to 22 in favor of Lindenwood.
Steve, what time's the game tomorrow again?
3:10 is face-off. We should be on the air at about 10 to 3 or so. Make it 55. We'll be on the air at about 2:55 tomorrow. Ice Bears to Cooley in a shot that misses high and wide. Hopefully with the camera working. I think I've figured out the issue in trying to get that camera to go.
Well, talking about the game tomorrow, the Ice Bears can definitely get some benefit out of this game tonight with this very competitive third period. And at least they can take that momentum into the game tomorrow, because it's even up and start over again tomorrow. And hopefully the Ice Bears are in for a better day.
That'll do it. Here in the third period, Missouri State only manages 11 shots on CDOT for a three-period total of 23, and 24 on a combination of Matt Griffin and Bailey Stevens for a three-period total of 60. Power plays, Missouri State 1 for 3. Lindenwood was actually 1 for 3. 5 penalties, 21 minutes on Lindenwood. 3 penalties, 14 minutes on Missouri State. And again, we will have the next broadcast for you tomorrow at 2:50. We hope you'll tune in for that. Not much to say here tonight, except Missouri State knows what kind of a team Lindenwood is. 13-3 was the victory. And I'll let you guys, with our last final thought here before we head out from the Centene Community Ice Center.
Mine is learning experience. The Ice Bears just have to use this game as a very significant learning experience, and I think Ryan mentioned it earlier. Sometimes and many times you learn more on the losing side than you do on the winning side, and the Ice Bears definitely had the graduate school lessons given them to them tonight. But again, a bright note, the third period was a good competitive period, and hopefully they'll take that momentum into tomorrow's game.
All right, and that'll do it here from Centene Community Ice Center as Missouri State ends up losing this game by a count of 13-3. And once again, we will join you tomorrow as the Ice Bears will take on, they're not going to take on Iowa State. No, it's Lindenwood. Ignore what I have up on the screen. But it will be 2:50 tomorrow. We'll have it for you. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.